What's going on, everybody? So I don't have a script for this video. This is just going to be my raw, authentic self. I'm just going to be coming on here and talking to you guys. I got a new job recently and I'm starting that job next week, and I've been very scared. I feel like I've been resisting a lot of changes in my life. Getting older really scares me. And in that process of being scared, I realized I have a very big fear of change. And so I was just thinking about that fear of change today. I was just like, why am I so scared to move to the next level? Why am I so scared to accept my new reality? Because this was also something that I've been manifesting for a while, if you want to use the word manifest, but I've been looking for a job for a while. I've been writing down that I want a job. I've been finding it difficult to actually be proud of myself. I've been finding it difficult to actually accept myself in this new reality rather than just dread it. Because there is this aspect of going into adulthood where you don't want to have to work the 9 to 5 that you don't actually feel passionate for just to make money, just to put bread on the table. Like, there's this idea, this irrational fear that I'm never going to be happy, and it takes me out of the present moment into all of these hypothetical what ifs, and what if this, and what if that. Like, it's like all of this unnecessary anxiety, and for what? And so I was gonna make a video today about how to like embrace change, but as I was recording the video, I just felt like I was putting on this mask of like, this is how you accept the flow of life, and it's like, I don't even know how to accept the flow of life. Let me just talk. So what's going on, everyone? If you're new to my channel, I'm Natalie, and usually this is where I share ways in which I'm getting my shit together so that you can get your shit together. But in this video, I'm just gonna rant. I'm just gonna be sharing my perspective about death and rebirth and how everything is temporary, but I'm not gonna be doing it in a way where I'm just like throwing advice at you. I'm mainly just gonna be sitting and talking and sharing how I've felt when I've resisted certain changes in my life. So something I realized over this process of being scared for my new job was that when I resist change, I often go back into past versions of myself. And the reason I do this is because I prioritize comfort in my life, but comfort doesn't always make me happy. Comfort often kills. And so when I prioritize comfort, I often sacrifice a certain part of myself. So I'm going to use an example from about like a year and a half ago. So I went back to my ex. And deep down, did I know that this was not the person I wanted to be with? Yeah, but I also loved the feeling of being loved. I loved the feeling of being in a relationship. I loved the security blanket that the relationship gave me. So even though I knew going back would cost me myself, I still went back to this relationship. And so when I got out of the relationship again, I recognized all of the ways in which I sacrificed myself. It's like, let's say I was a snake and I shed my skin. It's like I went right back into that old snake skin, and I was just wearing this old snake skin around. My friends could see it, my family could see it, everyone in my life could kind of see that I was doubting myself and I was going back on my word. And in going back on my word, it made me go back on certain values I had. It made me question myself. And so when we resist the temporariness of life, when we resist death and rebirth, we are going back into our old skins. And we have to realize that on a biological level, we are constantly reinventing ourselves. We are constantly changing and evolving. And by resisting change, we are also resisting living, because life is change. Everything in life is temporary. You are going to die one day. And that's just a natural fact of life, but not everyone talks about how you are constantly being born every day. And you might not see it as you're being born every day. It's not like what you did yesterday doesn't affect you today. Obviously it does. But every single day you are slightly changing. Some days you have big changes happen in your life. Other days it's just small changes. And some days you go back to your old self because you prioritize comfort. And so when I got this big girl job, I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, what's my manager gonna think? What's my coworkers gonna think? What are they gonna think about me? Blah, 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 blah. I was like almost talking myself out of it to where I was almost about to, not take the job offer just because I was scared. And if you're in a similar situation, you must realize like your new life is going to cost you your old one. When one door closes, another one will open if you have the guts to knock on that door. It's so important to bring yourself back to the present moment, because when you're living in the future, living in the past, you tend to resist change either way. It's either you're worrying about how you're about to be perceived or worrying about how you were perceived. You think about how good things used to be and how bad they're going to be. It's like we're always taking ourselves out of the present moment, and that's what I was doing in this situation. I was thinking about all the hypotheticals. What if this? What if that? Okay, I'll get there. I will get there. There's no need to worry about these things. There's no need to get myself all worked up. And another hack, I don't know where I heard this. A lot of the time we mistake anxiety for excitement. Your brain sometimes can't differentiate between the two. So sometimes when you're super scared about something, it's actually because you're truly excited and you're wanting to welcome in the opportunity, but you can't let fear get to you. It's so important to embrace the journey, not the destination, because once you get to the destination, there's never any fun in that. Once you get something, it's like, what's next? And I love that about humans. We're always thinking about what's next, but we never think about what we already have. Like the reality you have now, you were asking for before. And so I really think it all comes back to gratitude. I really had to bring myself back to gratitude of being grateful for this job because, again, I asked the universe for it. Like, I manifested this job. I can't be so scared about it now. Like, the universe gave me what I want. Why am I not happy? Or I was happy. I was just a little scared. You know what I mean? But why am I not being grateful for what I have? I think it's so important to just bring yourself back to gratitude in these moments. And another super important thing is to just ask yourself, what am I resisting and how can I release this block? Because the truth is, sometimes it's fun to go back into that old snakeskin, fun to participate in that old situation, fun to text that ex. Sometimes it's fun to do those things because we're distracting ourselves because we don't believe we deserve better. And once you identify that the reason you still partake in a situation is because you genuinely don't believe you're worthy of better, it flips your brain because you're like, oh my God, like I've been devaluing myself this entire time and I was so unaware of it. Comfort kills. Going back to your old reality just because you're so scared of the new one doesn't actually help you grow and evolve, and everything is temporary. Once that door closes, you can't always open it again. And I think it's so important to recognize that. But with that being said, you guys, I know this was more of a short video, but I just wanted to share that I honestly had a little bit of an off week this week. I've been feeling really weird recently. I've just been going through a lot of changes, so I still wanted to create a video for you guys. I'm still staying consistent, posting every week. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what you want me to talk about. Do all of the things that push my videos out into the algorithm because I've been staying consistent for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful to have you guys. Thank you. Bye!